Hello. Today I'm going to talk about coronavirus. Things are very, very weird at the moment, and there's a lot of uncertainty, and people's routines have changed, everything's changed, and I just wanted to reach out to everybody really, because I know there's probably going to be a few people out there with autism that are struggling. Well, everybody's struggling, but I think for people with autism maybe it's more amplified. Now, for me personally, I don't know if anybody else is the same, but I tend to worry about things that I'm not supposed to worry about, and things that I'm supposed to worry about, I don't worry about, if that makes sense. And that applies to this. Like, I haven't been worrying about it. Like, I've been following the guidelines and everything, and I've been doing what I've been told to do. But I mean, it is concerning, and I don't know, I find it more fascinating than frightening, if you know what I mean. And that sounds really bad because I know a lot of people have died, and that is heartbreaking. And I understand the severity of what's happening, and the dangers and everything, but I think I'm in quite a privileged position because I am young and healthy. I don't have any underlying health conditions. I'm more worried for other people than I am about myself, if you know what I mean. So yeah, for me, like, my routine hasn't really changed apart from the gym's shut, which at first I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, because the gym is part of my routine now, and I was getting really into it, and when the gym shut, obviously that was a massive change in my routine, and I just felt like, how am I going to cope now, and what am I going to do to exercise and stay on track and everything. But apart from that, like, I haven't really owned food as well. I can't find any porridge anywhere, and some of the other stuff that I eat every day. So I've had to, like, change what I eat a bit, but that's not, it's not really an issue for me. But I think for a lot of people out there that are worried about it and are struggling, there's not really much support out there, and we kind of just have to get on with it. So yeah, I'm just gonna, like, run through some tips and stuff, in the hope that it might help somebody. So the first thing that I suggest is, even if you don't usually work out, look at some home exercise routines. There's plenty of them on Instagram and on YouTube now. A lot of athletes and bodybuilders and powerlifters even are posting home workouts. And yeah, it's probably not going to hit the same as gym workouts, but it's still going to keep you active, and it's still going to keep your muscles working, and it releases endorphins, so it's a good de-stressor, makes you feel happier, makes you feel like you've been more productive in the day. And there's just something about moving and exercise that's just really good for your overall well-being, mental and physical health. So, I mean, the last thing that I'd suggest is, like, just to stay sedentary throughout the day, because it's not going to make you feel very good. It's going to make you feel like you haven't done anything productive that day. It's going to make you feel lethargic. It's going to just make you feel like shit, basically. Even if it's like dancing around your house, put some music on and, just dance while you're cleaning up or something, that's exercise. I mean, there's a lad called James that I follow on Twitter. I think his Twitter name's Dalek's Gamer Tag. And he posts dance videos every day, and it's just him having a laugh, dancing around, and that, he put one up the other day about coronavirus, and that just made me think, yeah, you don't need a gym unless you want to get muscly like what I want to do. You know, but if you just want to exercise a bit and move around and keep in shape and, you know, feel good about yourself, then just dancing around your house will do the trick. The second thing is use it as an opportunity to just indulge in your special interests. I mean, a lot of people are off work now. I'm not off work because I'm a key worker. So unfortunately I can't self-isolate all the time. But for a lot of people, they're going to just be sat in the house like all day. And you know, the best thing to do would just to try and use that time to learn about the things that you love, and, you know, to spend time doing things that you love, and reading about things and learning things. And, you know, you can sit and watch like loads and loads of documentaries on whatever your special interest is and not feel guilty. So, and that's something that I will definitely be doing on the days that I'm not working. So yeah, and being in that little bubble of your special interest is so therapeutic, and like for me it just makes me feel like at ease and calm, and, you know, I can be myself and I'm just doing my own little nerdy thing. So yeah, that's a good thing, I think. The next one is keep in contact with your family and your friends if you want to, like this, by texting, FaceTiming and stuff like that. Keep checking on people, keep having the conversations and stuff that you usually have. You know, don't completely cut yourself off unless you want that. Like, I'm the kind of person that does isolate themselves anyway. I have very minimal contact with friends and family and everything, because that's just what I've kind of grown into, and I feel that's more comfortable for me. But for other people, like, a situation like this could probably make them feel really lonely and really kind of like they've not got anybody, and, you know, you don't want to be feeling like that, so don't stop contact with your family and friends. The next one is to be creative. Again, use your time wisely. If it's, you know, picking up something that you used to do, like playing an instrument or painting or something, you've now got the time, unless you're a key worker, to indulge in that again and rekindle those hobbies and the things that you used to do maybe before you got busy with other stuff, with work and shit like that. You know, when you're creating things, when you're being productive and you're making things and then you see the end result, it's like, I've made that myself. You know, it makes you feel really good about yourself, and you've got that thing that you've made then to be proud of. You know, it gives you a sense of achievement and like you're doing something, and it's just a nice feeling to be creative. And you can also use your creativity to help other people, you know, by putting it online or sharing it with other people. You know, it could brighten somebody else's day, because I think there's a lot of people, autistic or not at the moment, that are having a pretty shitty time readjusting to all this corona stuff. And, you know, people need entertainment and something to look at and be like, oh, you know, that's nice, and it takes the mind off it. And yeah, there's just something really magical and really really useful, you know, purposeful about creating things and sharing them with other people. The next suggestion I'd make is, if you've been thinking about learning about something, you know, like doing a course or something, now's probably the time to do it. I've been thinking about doing a nutrition course, vegan nutrition obviously, or something like that, because I just think, yeah, you know, I'm still working, but on the days that I've got off, like, I can't go out anywhere. I'm stuck in the house, apart from me 1 hour a day running in the middle of nowhere. So I might as well get it done now, you know. I don't know how many academic facilities and organisations and stuff will still be open now, but I'm sure there'll be stuff you can do online, just for something to do, you know, just to keep your brain going, because I think if you get stuck into the routine of, you know, just being at home all the time and pretty much doing nothing and just watching Netflix and stuff, like, your brain turns to mush. Like, I've done it before, like when I've been depressed and stuff, and I've not obviously felt able to do that, and it's understandable. If anybody else is in the same situation, I'm sorry that you're feeling like that, and I understand that you probably won't be able to do things like that because your mind won't be in the right place, kind of thing. But if you are in the right mind frame to do it, it's just a really good thing to do. And then when all this is blown over, you'll have something to show for it. You know, you're working towards something that you want to do, or you're working towards getting out of a situation that you don't want to be in, you know, that you've been in for a while, like a shitty job or something. So yeah, I think my partner's thinking about doing that as well. Even though he's happy with his job and stuff, he's wanting to, you know, just learn about stuff, which is really good, you know. The next thing I'd suggest is get up early, not like at the crack of dawn, get plenty of sleep obviously, but don't lay in bed till like stupid o'clock in the afternoon, because it will make you feel like shit, and it's such a waste of the day. Like, imagine how much stuff you can get done, you know, throughout the day if you get up early. I mean, you could do all your jobs and stuff and the stuff that you want to do in the morning, and then have the afternoon and the evening to chill out if you wanted to do that. But as well, like, keeping a routine is really good for your mental health. You know, when you come out of the routine, especially for autistic people, like, you can just, I mean, my head just goes all over the place when I haven't got a routine. I really do need it, excuse me, to help me manage my life, you know, and help me manage my my anxieties and stuff. Because if I don't have a routine, if I don't have a schedule, if I don't have familiarity, I'm like, what the bloody hell am I doing, you know? And that's when we have meltdowns and stuff like that, which we don't like. So keeping a routine, as you would do usually, is really important. The next one is, don't feel bad if you want to come off social media, if you want to stop watching the news, because, I mean, this coronavirus stuff is everywhere, and I'm not saying ignore it, like, please don't ignore it, and, you know, please carry on following the guidelines, please stay at home and keep washing your hands and stuff like that. But if you don't want to be exposed to that because it makes your anxiety bad and stuff like that, then that's absolutely fine. You know, I mean, I'm quite not enjoying, that's the wrong word for it, but I'm keeping tabs on what's going on because I like to know what's going on. And you know, I like to keep updated with what's happening. But, you know, definitely social media, I've had to have breaks off social media and stuff like that, because sometimes it's just not good for your head. And if you're constantly being reminded of all the negative things that are happening in the world at the moment, it's just gonna make you feel like poo, like there's no good things that are happening at the moment. And that's not necessarily true. You know, there's still a lot of good things that are happening at the moment. I saw, you've probably seen it as well, the rivers in Venice, sorry, the canals in Venice, where they have the gondola rides and stuff, the water's crystal clear. There's fish in it, there's swans on it, and I think it's nearby beaches and stuff where they stopped getting dolphins. The dolphins have come back. There's less pollution, there's less cars on the road, you know, and people are taking a step back. And I think, you know, thinking about what the priorities are, instead of just going 100 miles per hour every single day, you know, getting lost in the rat race and stuff like that. Now we've got an opportunity to really think about stuff and appreciate stuff. and you know, just have a different perspective on things. So there are a lot of good things that have come out of this, even though it is devastating and it is very serious. You know, it's completely out of control at the moment, and you know, it's just, I don't think anybody expected it, do they? But yeah, every cloud has a silver lining, I suppose. Another thing is use it as an opportunity to find new bands that you like, find new books that you want to read, you know, just engage in different things that you didn't engage in before. I personally love finding new bands, well, not new bands, old bands that nobody's ever heard of. But you know, stuff that I haven't listened to before, because when I find a new band, it's like, oh my god, that's so good. And then I just listen to the same song on repeat over and over again for weeks and weeks and weeks. But that gives me a real buzz and a sense of kind of, you know, there's something new in my life to obsess over. The last thing, I think that this is the last thing, is make sure your surroundings are comfortable. Make sure that you've got everything that you need to be comfortable at home, and you've got enough food and stuff like that. And if you're having trouble, you know, getting your food shopping and stuff like that, there are charities and volunteers that are helping up and down the country. They're probably doing it in other countries as well, but I'm on about England, obviously, because I live in England. That can help people get to the resources and stuff like that. Don't feel like you have to be stuck at home. Don't feel bad for asking for help if you can't get out and do stuff like that. Another thing is, I know the government have suggested this, but online food shopping. We're going to start doing that, because then you haven't got that risk of going to the supermarket. There's a lot less anxiety, and yeah, all you have to do is find what you want, obviously, and then they deliver it. So I hope this has helped. Try and stay calm. This too shall pass. And yeah, I mean, keep thinking about all the positive things that are happening as well. All you have to do is Google the positive things that have come out of all this, and it might cheer you up a bit. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.